18 with the Dice Tower in Columbus, Ohio. I'm your host, Mandy Hutchinson, and we are here with Connor from Inside Up Games. How's it going?
Good, Mandy. How are you?
Good. I feel we've done this before.
I haven't seen you for a while. It's been a while,
yeah. So, I like to just jump right in.
Let's do it.
What have you got for us today?
So just a nice, fun little filler for family and/or friends.
Okay.
Cops and Robbers dice game, real-time, fast rolling. Basically, two different phases to the game. You're going to be cutting the wires, looking for the sexy little diamonds, trying to steal those, or as the cops are going to be trying to chase away the robbers. Very straightforward. Next phase of the game, you're going to be robbing the bank, trying to steal as much money as possible from the vault.
Okay.
Pretending that you would be the robbers. There's a couple options you're going to do. You're going to roll your dice as fast as possible, collecting a set sort of like a Yahtzee. Once you've got enough of the vaults, you'll be stealing money from the middle.
Okay.
The targets you're going to be stealing from each other. And then these ones I'll tell you in a second, because at the same time, the cops are going to be trying to chase you down.
Hold on. Is that a donut?
That is, in fact, a donut.
So good. Okay, continue.
So what's going to be happening is you'll be rolling and robbing, and as an officer of the law, there's a lot of yellow tape I need to get through.
Right.
And one of those yellow tapes is finishing my donut. So I'll be rolling the dice as fast as possible, and then actually combining them into mosaic images. Once I've done that, I'll yell out a donut flavor. Cruller, Bismarck.
I love that you said cruller.
Cruller
Okay.
is so good.
So delicious, right?
And what are the walnut ones? Walnut crunches?
I have not had this.
Oh my God, you gotta have a walnut crunch.
Okay,
Those are
I'm
fantastic.
enjoying where this is going.
So good. You can eat donuts while playing. I'm cool with that. So I'll be yelling out a donut flavor. So you're gonna know where I am in the round because we're both rolling as frantically as possible.
Okay.
After that, I'm gonna roll, and I'm gonna have to try to combine a steering wheel and yell out a street name.
Right.
So now you know I'm getting closer to the scene of the crime, and I'm gonna start building my next guys, which is the cops surrounding.
Okay.
So Mandy, being clever, sees I'm doing that, and that's where these other dice come in.
Okay.
So you're gonna yell hostage, and I have to re-roll my dice. It kind of sets me back a couple steps.
So when you re-roll your dice, is it taking you back to the beginning, or
No, just to that phase.
Just
so I
to
gotta
that phase.
try and rebuild this guy all over again.
Understood.
Now, what you need to do at any point is you get to decide to escape by rolling 5 escape guys.
Okay.
Unfortunately, you have a guy with a hostage that you need to call back at some point, and that's where the walkie-talkies come in.
Okay.
So by rolling 2 walkie-talkies, you'll get your hostage die back, and then you'll roll all these dice trying to get 5 escapes. Once you have 5 escapes, you run off with any money that you've put into your getaway cars. If you take too long, and I'm able to combine this into my little gentleman behind bars you've been arrested, I'll take money from one of your getaway cars, and I'll flip it over to the arrested side. Once that's done, we'll simply switch dice. You become the cop, and I become the robber.
Okay, so we all have time to do it. And how many times does that happen?
It depends. You can play 2 to 4 players. So in a 2 or 4 player games, you do that twice. In a 3 player game, you do that. In a 2 or 4, you do it 3 times. In a 3 player game, you do it twice. It's in the rules. It's way easier.
No, that totally makes sense.
And actually, having said that, on the inside of the box, I've created a play surface with reminders for both teams. So when the robbers are going or the cops are going here, they actually have little things to do, and it explains to them what they want to do each step.
So
you're
I think
rolling
we
in
can
something.
show it both ways.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so it's on inside of the box. That's fantastic. Okay, I like that.
That's a little help, little player aid as you're going.
Well, and that's a big thing for me, player aids, because if there's a lot going on, I mean, it's just nice to have a nice summary in front of you.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
It's really good.
So we kickstarted that last year. It released at Essen, and now it's available. It's available in distribution. So pick it up at your friendly local game store or check it out online.
Okay, that was going to be my next question. Retail. So I knew people were going to ask, what's the age, time frame, all that good stuff?
So, I mean, I'm a bad example because I have 3 kids who obviously game a lot, but my 5 and 7-year-old were playing this with me at full speed with no problem. And when my 4-year-old was 3, she could sit on my lap and help me put the mosaics together.
Well, I mean, and the dice. Who doesn't love rolling dice?
Exactly. And donut flavors. Although my daughter always says strawberry shortcake, and I've never had a strawberry shortcake donut.
That's okay. Strawberry shortcake was my favorite doll. Good choice.
She's a clever girl.
I love it. Okay, thank you so much for showing us that. I know the whole any kind of Uno, Yahtzee, any type of those games. I know they've been around forever. I love it. It just brings back memories.
Oh yeah, exactly. It's fun. It's fast. It's a light little game.
Exactly. Okay, looking forward to trying this one out. Fantastic. And I know you brought something else to show us.
Yeah, and watch this. The nice cleanup with this game is you slide it off the table and into the box.
It's like magic. Okay, and then I'm going to do this. Dun da da da.
Exactly.
Is it, you need this one too?
Yeah, please.
All right, perfect. Oh, that one.
Yeah, so this is basically Yeti. So this is the expansion to Summit, the board game, which we released Gen Con of last year. And this is the expansion where this adorable little meeple, see, right?
It's cute.
He'll hunt you on the mountain trying to eat you and your friends. So as well as a regular mountain climbing survival game. If you're not familiar with it, check out the Dice Tower and all the other guys.
Yeah.
They've helped me out already.
Oh, fantastic.
And this guy is now going to hunt you on the mountain, trying to eat you. You have 2 new player mats with new asymmetrical skills and ability, where you'll be tracking your resources, your weight, and your speed and your health. And then, as before, there are new event cards, karma cards, and item cards to help you in the game.
So these are, sorry, the announcer kind of came on there. This is an expansion.
That's correct.
To Summit.
Summit, exactly.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So these ones here. So for those who are not familiar with Summit, can you give me a brief overview?
Certainly. Yeah, so Summit was our first game we did on Kickstarter.
Okay.
It's a game you can play competitively, cooperatively, or solo.
Okay.
It's a 2-sided board. It's a survival game where you're trying to ascend and descend a deadly mountain.
Right.
So if you're doing it cooperatively, it is so grueling, you need to make sure at least one team member survives.
Okay.
Getting both up and down, and there's a scoring mechanic. So the more people that survive, the better.
Right.
But it is quite hard. And then if you want to play a competitive game, then you'd flip the board over and the tracks change. So now you're actually racing up and down the mountain.
Okay.
And the part that makes it unique are these karma cards.
Right.
So with the karma cards, as you can see in the top corner, there are nice or mean things. So maybe I'm going to be a sweetheart. I'm like, Mandy, you've been nice. I'm going to give you some of my food and oxygen. And I'm going to gain karma for being a nice guy. And that's endgame scoring.
That's good.
Now Mandy, being the sweetheart but evil person that she is going to cut my rope and throw me back down the mountain. Okay, so it's all in there depending on how you want to play.
I like that though. You can be nice or you can be mean. Like Suzanne, I'm sorry, did that slip out? I'm totally kidding.
But the nice thing is there's repercussions for it. So there's end game scoring. So if that person is going to be a bit of a jerk during the game, they're going to be losing points to do that.
Okay, because I know there are some games who, if you can take a strategy where you can be really mean or you can be really nice and, it can pay off either way, but you got to commit to it.
And the problem is that with a lot of take that games, people's feelings can really get hurt.
Right.
But in this case, you're actually getting punished for being mean. So the nicer you are, the more points you'll actually make.
No, this is great because I know some people are put off sometimes for them to take that type game, so it's nice that you have the option.
Exactly, and I just want to make it as interesting and exciting. I want it to be lively and fun around the table. With the event cards, you can see some of even the names on them, right? It's hungry and the Yeti's coming after you more. Or just all sorts of craziness.
It's hungry and it's hangry.
It's hangry.
Yeah, I've been feeling that a little bit, so I get it.
That's happens at cons, you're always kind of hungry.
Exactly, 100%. So the boards, how does this work?
Yeah, so certainly. So there's 6 player boards in the original game. That just adds 2 more player boards.
Right.
And basically what happens is they all have their own abilities, which will help them during the game. And then they have food and oxygen. And the more food and oxygen you carry, you'll pass the weight icons. Just like in real life, the more you put in your bag, the heavier you get.
Absolutely.
And as that weight increases, your weight track will go up and you pass the feet. Because the heavier you get, the slower you move.
Right.
So there's a resource management and a press your luck here. Where you decide how much do I have to carry versus how far I want to go.
Okay. Oh, that's really neat. And I like the fact that it's trackable with the raised boards because I know a lot of games and this is it. So you have it. There's sometimes you're not going to lose all your pieces.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
And this one here, there's no function. Is it just the actual?
No, he literally
actually
moves
does.
around the board.
Okay.
Yeah, so the whole board is a large board. There's tile laying.
Yes.
So you're going to be playing different types of tile, neutral ones, icy ones, thin air ones. And then he's basically going to react to the way you roll the weather die.
Right.
The worse the weather is, the further he's going to move. On a sunny day, he's going to hide in his cave. So what he's going to basically do is move around the board towards different people.
Right.
In the cooperative version of the game, he's going to hunt the alpha. So whoever's the strongest character on the mountain, he's going to bat him around for a while and then go after the other alpha. So there is some strategy where you put on the Kevlar vest and you run to the side and wave the Yeti down, right? So the rest of your team survives.
I'm picturing this, by the way, in a game. I haven't played the game, but I like the illustration.
I'll put my Yeti outfit on later and come by and scare everybody. And then in the competitive game, you actually have the ability to send them after the people you kind of want them to chew on.
Okay, and I noticed that you said competitive and cooperative, so there are various modes that you can play with.
Yeah, and it's 2 different sides of the board. So I know the Dice Tower gave us your seal of approval on the cooperative side, and then Man vs. Meeple gave their stamp on the competitive side.
Nice! Oh, wow, so you've got...
so you know both sides work.
Are fantastic. Oh, that's so great. Thank you so much for sharing this. I haven't played this at all, so I'd be curious to try now the expansion of the program, so you can give us the teach.
For certainly. We're Canadians, so you should be able to handle the cold.
Absolutely, except for this air conditioning cold. No.
Oh, I love it.
Real cold, okay?
The humidity out there, I'm melting.
I know, I think we're digressing. Okay, so, is there anything else you wanted to talk to us about?
No, this is fantastic.
This is so great. So where can people reach you if they have questions or they want to know more? Actually, when is this available?
So this actually released at Essen as well last year, so it's available now.
Okay.
And again, this is going to be in your friendly local game store. If not, they can bring it in. We're in distribution in Canada and the US, and we're in marketplaces worldwide. Okay. And you can also check online or check us out at InsideUpGames.com.
Oh, wow. Okay. I don't even need to go back because you just wrapped that up very nicely for me. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. Good to have a fellow Canadian with me. See you all next time.
Thank you.
Bye.